Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, check 26.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Zoom. That's fine, yeah. Good.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at the 40. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So good field position for the Rams as they come up first and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And search a redemption from the pick six. Goff. Pass incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
11.
Second and 10, Goff again. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On first and 10, Goff. And his throw here is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. Now a first down throw. Gone. Packer pressure, and down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
17.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 20. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 22. And they'll go on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league. And we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. And I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Going. Jumbo!
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Zoom. Check three. Hey, check 26. Over.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Louis.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 3rd and 2. Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Wood. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Trevor Davis now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A huge play there on the screen pass. 63 yards. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Hey, 88.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Here's Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And this is going to be Packer football. Not the trend he wanted to start the season, but a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Gone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. In for the score. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now the Packers get set to go. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26. 26. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
To throw on second down. Rodgers. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
180.
On first down, gone. A dump off to Smallwood. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. Goff now looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Goff now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Goff on first down. And Cooks has it over the middle. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now we won't see a play on first. First down, we're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And now it's second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They'll fake the give. Now Goff steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long.
Like 20. DC.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Packers going to take another timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A beautiful fake. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Jumbo! 319! We are going. Hey! 319!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the gun, here's Goff. Forced out to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is gone. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
2, 2. Lower ball.
Goff throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Over.
Back now at Lambeau. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Jump out! Right now, you got 58. Ace, flex. 26, Mike. Hold. Jim. Look at Jim.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, 4 down. Excellent. Yeah, Liz.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, 88. Hey, where y'all going? Right now, you got 58. Zoom. 26, Mike. Oko, over here.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Rodgers. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hey, check 26.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. The kicker here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13 and also a first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They get it to him running left. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw, Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back to throw. A dump off to Smallwood. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Goff now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. On the move to his left. Out left, he's got it to Everett. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
12.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Goff now to throw. Incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2 and try to make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
26. Jump out. Jump out. Jump out.
Back to throw. Now a desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for L.A., they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Cool.